In this video today, we're going to talk about 7 reasons why I moved back to San Jose. How's it going, everybody? Jason Wayne here, Keller Williams, Silicon Valley. Hey, look, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I talk all the time about being born and raised here in San Jose. It's my home. It's the whole reason for this channel is that I want to share it with you all. But as I've mentioned, I left for a little while. In 2004, I moved to Denver, Colorado. I lived there until 2010. And in 2010, I decided, you know what, I'm going to sell my house in Denver and I'm going to move back to San Jose. And as much as I miss my friends and everybody I got to know there, and I miss the culture and the lifestyle, I miss those beautiful Rocky Mountains, I'm going to say I do not regret for 1 second having moved back to San Jose. And in this video today, I'm just going to talk about 7 reasons why I moved back, 7 things I was looking forward to when I came back. You know, sometimes it takes leaving somewhere you've been born and raised. You know, sometimes you take a lot of things for granted. You know, you're just used to a certain way of life. And sometimes it takes leaving that environment to get a new perspective on your hometown and where you're from. And for some people, it gives them a perspective that makes them stay away forever, you know. And other people like myself, we think, wow, you know, I didn't appreciate these things at the time. And, you know, and then once you go back, man, you can really appreciate them in a different light, you know. And so anyways, I just want to talk about that today. Yeah, we're going to talk about me, myself, and I. And but hey, look, sit down, kick back, grab yourself an iced tea. We're going to do seven reasons why I moved back. And hopefully we'll rip through this video pretty quick. And so let's get right to it, okay? All right, number 7, everybody. The number 7 reason why I moved back to San Jose. Look, it's the elephant in the room, like I say all the time. It's the weather, all right? And I'm not going to say, oh, it's weather because we have nice weather. I lived in Denver. Anybody who lives in Denver, anybody who lives in the Midwest, well, they know what weather is, don't you? I'm sure you're watching this in the middle of Missouri or Kansas right now, and you're saying, oh, yeah, we know what weather is. Look, San Jose, California in general, we have some of the best weather in the world. But reason why I moved back, look, our weather is so nice here. We don't have to deal with the thunderstorms and the tornadoes and the wind, you know, a lot of the hail and frozen ice and all that stuff that you really have to deal with in a lot of other states. Again, maybe where you're watching this from. So when I lived in Denver, the weather in Denver was beautiful. I'm not going to lie. It was fantastic. Denver always boasts that we have, 300 days of sunshine, I remember, was the big selling point back then. And they do. And yeah, sometimes the sun is shining when it's 2 degrees outside. All right. Yeah, that's something to think about. But yeah, the weather in Denver was beautiful. The snow, I'm not going to lie, I don't miss the snow. Okay. I don't miss shoveling it off my driveway. I don't miss shoveling it off of my car. It is a little romantic when you're in your house, nice and cozy and warm, watching a football game and it's snowing outside. I get it. But you know what? San Jose weather, it's beautiful, it's consistent, you know, we don't have the extremes. And so when I moved back to San Jose, I was really looking forward to getting back to just a nice, calm, wonderful, warm, I'll say not too warm, but not too cold climate. And I'm glad I did. And I love it every single day. Number 6. All right. Number 6 reason for moving back to San Jose. I mentioned this again in a lot of my videos. I talk about the food and the wine, man. There's something to be said about the food culture of California, especially in the Bay Area here where we have access to so much fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. But also our wine regions in California are phenomenal, right? We've got Sonoma, Napa, right here in Silicon Valley. We have the Santa Cruz Mountains. We've got amazingly beautiful wineries. We also have a little mountain range about an hour south of us. It's called Santa Lucia Highlands. Again, they get the breezes off the Monterey Bay, cools down those grapes. Beautiful, beautiful wine region. And then even further south, we have Santa Barbara. And Santa Barbara, again, is known for some world-class wines. And so when you mix all the fresh food we have, the seafood, right? We got the shrimp and the crab and the rock cod and all that. Mix that with, some Chardonnay or some Sauvignon Blanc from California. It just, the food and wine culture here is something that I really, truly missed. And yes, I'm sure all across the country, you've got beautiful food. And of course, we can import wine to you. But when you live here, there's just something about it. And California has something that is pretty unique to California. that when I lived in Denver, we didn't have, and maybe it's a little bit more accessible now. But we had tri-tips, right? We have tri-tips here in California. If you never had a tri-tip steak, it's one of the best cuts of meat that you'll get. It was a cut of meat that came from Santa Maria, which is kind of in the central coast of California. A butcher was cutting some sirloins one time and kind of came across this piece of meat. It used to be turned into hamburger, but he decided to cook it. It's kind of a mix between a roast and a steak. It's a big, thick, fat piece of meat, and it's delicious. And so when you come to California, tri-tip sandwiches are everywhere. Tri-tips are everywhere, and it's delicious. So you mix that with the food and the wine and the culture and the weather. It's just fantastic. It's fantastic. And that's number 6 reason why I moved back to San Jose. All right, number 5, everybody. Number 5 reason for moving back to San Jose was the opportunity. There is amazing opportunity, not just job opportunities, but just real estate opportunities, of course, investment opportunities. That's what I'm into, but opportunities just to meet people and network with people. California is such a big state. We're 40 million people in California, the 6th largest economy in the world. And so as much as we have the tech scene and the Hollywood and all that, when you have that many people, and we have 3 million people here in Silicon Valley, when you have that many people in the same area, there's just going to be opportunities for you, whether you want to start a business, whether you want to work for a tech company, okay, it doesn't matter what you want to do, or whether, like myself, you want to get into real estate investments. There's no better real estate on earth, pun intended. There's no better real estate on earth than that real estate in Silicon Valley. Man, it appreciates. The equity gains we get here are unlike anywhere else in the world, and it's fantastic. And when I moved back from Denver, I didn't have a job at the time, but I found something pretty quick. I was still working in the IT industry at the time, and I came back. And look, of course, living in Silicon Valley, tech skills are highly valued. I ended up getting a job with Genentech at the time. And I spent a few years there, and then that's when I ended up investing in real estate and beginning my real estate career. And it's why I'm so passionate about this. I think it's why I love what I do now, because I get to help folks like yourself who are moving to this area. And I know what it's like. I know what it's like to come to an area that you don't know, you're not familiar with. That's what I did when I moved to Denver. So you're going somewhere and it's all new and you're trying to learn it. Well, that's what I'm here to help you with. And so if you're looking for job opportunities or business opportunities, right, you're just looking for maybe just a fresh start on life. It's wonderful here, and you get kind of a fresh start, right? Anytime you move to a city or a town, a state that you've maybe never lived before, where you don't know anybody, it's another good opportunity to just kind of reinvent yourself. If you can be whoever you want to be, nobody knows you, and you can just kind of just hit the reset button on your life, and you can come out here and you can really live a big, beautiful, wonderful life the way that you want to do it. And you're going to have me in your corner backing you up every step of the way. And number 4 reason why I moved back to California, or I'll say San Jose specifically, is the motorcycle riding. That's right, everybody. Your man Jason here is an avid, long-time motorcycle rider. I bought my first motorcycle back in 1998. I bought a Harley Davidson Sportster, and I've been riding motorcycles ever since. I've ridden Harleys and Beamers and Hondas and you name it. I've taken old bikes and restored them, and I've just, one of my hobbies in life is motorcycle riding. And again, as much as I loved that Colorado roads and the culture there, I don't miss the weather. I don't miss going for a motorcycle ride and getting a thunderstorm, every time me and my friends went for a ride. And I certainly don't miss having to, quote, winterize my motorcycle and not being able to ride for, 2-3 months out of the year. For those of you watching, if you're into motorcycles or even bicycling, right? If you're just like that outdoor kind of life, you can do it here in San Jose year round, okay? Even in our winter, even though it may get a little cool and we get some little rainstorms here and there, there's still going to be enough breaks in those weather patterns that you can get out on your bike and go for a cruise. I went for a ride just this past weekend with a good friend of mine. We took off for a couple hours and it was great. And that was sandwiched right in between these 2 monster rainstorms that came through California. And so it's good. It's year-long motorcycle riding. And the thing I talk about a lot is because the weather in California, especially here in Northern California, is so consistent and it's so nice. You can go for a ride with your friends and you don't have to worry about getting rained on or a thunderstorm, forcing you to hide under an overpass for, 30, 45 minutes. If the weatherman says it's going to be nice today, it's usually going to be pretty nice the whole day. And that's what's really nice about out here. Like I said, as much as I love riding in Colorado, going up in the hills, I really looked forward to that California weather and our roads here. I mean, the roads in California, just you can't state it enough. We just have so many different roads to ride, and especially here in San Jose, we've got the Santa Cruz Mountains right here. We have Highway 9, we have Skyline, right? You can dip down on the back of Santa Cruz Mountains, go into Santa Cruz and Capitola. It's just beautiful riding. And then again, look, we're right near Highway 1, which is by far one of the most scenically beautiful, amazing roads on the planet. Okay, and if you love anything kind of outdoors, if you move to California, you are definitely going to be spending time on Highway 1, just because again it's so beautiful and so legendary. And I tell you, if you're on a motorcycle, there's nothing like riding Highway 1, going to Big Sur, Cambria. It's heaven on earth. And so yeah, when you come out here, bring your Harley. We're going to go for a ride. Number 3 reason I moved back to San Jose, and this is kind of maybe more of a California, general California reason, is our national parks. Okay, the national parks in California are, again, legendary. As I keep saying, California has more national parks than any state. Okay, we have Lassen National Park, Joshua Tree, Death Valley, right? Of course, the most famous of all is Yosemite. It is just beautiful. You know, you can go hike Half Dome if you're crazy enough to want to do that. I ain't going with you on that one. I say in all my videos, I got your back on when you come out here. Well, you want to climb Half Dome? That one's on you. But no, like national parks in California, again, they're fun because the weather, again, like I always say, is so nice. You can go out there, you can hike, you can camp, take the family, and they're just, again, the terrain of California is unmatched. Okay, it is just absolutely unmatched. And when you want to come out here, hey, I'll go with you to the national parks. But we also have, let me even add, we have a lot of great, beautiful state parks. So like I mentioned in my last point here about the motorcycle riding, you know, Big Sur State Parks. A lot of our coastline in California is a designated state park, and again, it keeps it pristine and beautiful. And it's just, again, the national park system, the state park system in California, it just provides so much fun, and not only to do it with friends, but to take your family. And if you're into photography, I mean, you just can't beat some of the photography you can get on our oceans and in our mountains and our valleys. It's so much wonderful things you can do here within our national park system. All right, here we go, everybody. We are rounding third base. We are in the top 2 reasons why I moved back to San Jose. Look, if you're still watching, throw me a like, give me a comment, shoot me a message, let me know you're still watching. Look, I'm standing here in this room making a video, talking to a camera all by myself. Come on, you got to let me know that you're there. But look, if you're looking to move to San Jose, if you're looking to move to the Bay Area, you got to let me know. I'd love to help you find a home, get settled here, and and just come out here and live, like I always say, come live the life that you deserve to live. Okay? But look, let's just get right to it. The number 2 reason why I moved back to San Jose. My friends in Colorado are going to hate me because they're a bunch of Denver Bronco fans. But look, the number 2 reason is the sports culture here in the Bay Area. Again, the Bay Area sports is just, like I've said twice already, legendary. All right, we have the Niners. We used to have the Raiders. When I moved back, we had the Raiders, but there's still a huge Raider contingent here. Okay, I mean, if you're a Raider fan, you're gonna feel like they're still a local team, even though they moved to Las Vegas. But we've got the Oakland A's, the San Francisco Giants, the Golden State Warriors, the San Jose Sharks, right? San Jose Earthquakes. I mean, the list goes on about all the professional sports teams that we have here. And so if sports is your thing, I know it was my thing. I really looked forward to coming back and rooting for the Niners and rooting for the Raiders. Yeah, I do. One's AFC, one's NFC. It's okay. You don't have to pick one over the other, everybody. You can be just a sports fan. You know, I'm thankful. Having grown up in the Bay Area, you know, my parents were big sports fans, and so we never really picked a team, right? I went to Oakland A's games, and we went to San Francisco Giants games. We went to Raider games, then we went to 49er games. We always supported our local teams here, and I really looked forward to it. When I was coming back to San Jose, I really looked forward to coming back and root for the local teams. And then while I was back, after I moved back, the San Francisco 49ers actually moved their stadium actually closer to San Jose, so you don't even have to go to San Francisco anymore to watch a 49er game. So if football is something you enjoy and you have your local favorite home team, Well, look, if they come play the 49ers, they're playing right here in Santa Clara, and you can go up there and you can watch the 49ers beat your local team. I mean, you know, I wouldn't recommend going in person to watch your team get beat, but hey, the Niners are going to whoop your team. It's okay. No, I'm playing. I kid. I'm just saying that if sports is your thing, we're a vibrant, wonderful sports culture, and especially here in San Jose. San Jose Sharks are immensely unpopular. The light rail here in San Jose takes you right downtown. You can walk to the arena. It's fantastic. You don't even have to drive to go enjoy a good Sharks game. And now the number one reason, drum roll please, look, the number one reason why I moved back to San Jose. I know this is going to sound a little cheesy, a little cliche maybe, but you know the saying that says home is where the heart is, okay? And it's just true. I moved back to San Jose because my heart is in San Jose. It's where my friends are, my family, you know, it's the culture that I was raised in, the oceans and the mountains and the valleys and the food and the wine, like I said, the motorcycling, you know, it's just, sometimes it's, you know, it's just home. You know, there's a song by Bon Jovi. I heard the song Bon Jovi, Sugarland. They sang a song called, Who Says You Can't Go Home, you know? And so if you're watching this, and you're thinking of moving to California, it's something you've always wanted to do, and maybe you're a little nervous about it, and you don't know, it's such a big change. Look, who says you can't go home, right? You can always move to California, check it out, enjoy yourself. You're going to have me as your friend. We're going to hang out and have a good time. I'm going to show you around, right? And say you live here for a little while. You know what? You're most likely going to love it, okay? You're most likely going to just love all the opportunities and all the things that you can do here. But you know what? Who says you can't go home, right? If you give it 3-5 years and you decide, you know what, Jason, you're right. Home is where the heart is. I'm going to move back to Columbus. I'll say, all right, man, good luck. Go get it. Because you know why? Because I did the same exact thing, okay? Sometimes it's fun to just get out and go live somewhere else for a little while, hit the reset button on your life, reinvent yourself. And you know what? And then you can see if, you know, that's what you want to do. But it's much better, I think, personally, to take a chance and go do something fun than it is to maybe always wonder. You know, if you don't make that move, if you don't do that thing, you're going to someday go, man, what if? What if I had moved to California when I had the opportunity? Who could I have met? What are the things I could have seen? How fun would it have been to hang out with Jason? It would have been fun, okay? But, right, you don't want to live with that regret, right? And so, again, who says you can't go home? And home is where the heart is. And maybe you're going to make this your home. It's 40 million people call California their home for a reason, because even though, yeah, again, like I talk about in my other videos, California has its problems. My pros and cons video that I just released, all right, I got into the nitty gritty, didn't I? Okay, we get into the pros and the cons of California. But you know what? It's still the best place, in my opinion, in the world to live, to build a business, to have a life, and to just, you know, just experience all the beauty that nature and life has to give us. Okay, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching, man, my name is Jason Wayne, Keller Williams, Silicon Valley. If you're looking to move to San Jose, there's no one else you're going to call, right? You got to call me. I'm your guy, all right? So, hey, look, I'll see you all in the next video, all right? Shoot me a message if you need anything. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.